like this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be starting a new series called Disability News, and this is the first episode. And before we get started, press that like button. And today we are going to be talking about people with disabilities consistently missing from movies. A recent report as of August 2023 reveals a persistent issue. Characters with disabilities consistently missing from the big screen. In the top grossing films of 2022, a shocking 54 films had no speaking characters with disabilities. This issue hasn't improved since 2015, with only 1.9% of speaking characters having disabilities. Representation matters. Let's rally for change in Hollywood. It's time to ensure characters with disabilities get the spotlight they deserve. This article is about supporting adults with autism in the workplace. New research reveals a shocking reality. Almost 99% of working age adults with autism didn't receive employment support from 2008 to 2016. That's 1.98 million individuals missing out on help to find or keep jobs. Only 22,700 adults with autism got support in 2016, an alarming low number. And here's the twist. Funds lean heavily towards short-term services, despite the need for flexible long-term support. Medicaid spending on employment services dropped by 30%, while vocational rehab saw a 400% increase, although it offers shorter-term help. This calls for major policy changes. Employment isn't just about paychecks, it's tied to well-being. Let's work together for a more inclusive and supportive future for all adults with autism in the workplace. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled Breaking Voting Barriers for All. Picture elections day's excitement, but now imagine it with obstacles for people with disabilities. Shockingly, in Metro Detroit, just 16% of 261 polling places were accessible. Here's the hopeful part. We can change this. By providing better training and showing commitment, we can create a voting process that is easy, secure, and inclusive for every eligible voter. Laws protect these rights, but it's our job to make sure they work. This isn't just a local issue, it's a national concern. In 2016, 60% of polling locations faced accessibility challenges. The organization Detroit Disability Power is leading the way for change. Let's ensure every American's voice is heard at the polls. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled Advocates Rally Against Marriage Penalties for Individuals with Disabilities. Let's make a real impact together. Join us for a special moment. Disability Rights, Education and Defense Fund is hosting a mass commitment ceremony in the National Mall. Over 100 couples are taking part, shining a light on the hurdles they face in marriage. Imagine the sacrifices. Supplemental security income benefits drop 25% upon marriage, affecting Medicaid, but change is coming. Federal lawmakers are supporting this cause. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled Empowering Inclusive Education, Changing Lives, One Student at a Time. Ready to change lives? Let's talk inclusive education. Imagine being a student with a disability in Australia who misses out on school excursions. That's the reality for 70% of students with a disability. We need change. Inclusive schools benefit everyone. They reduce discrimination and boost academic results, giving all students with a disability a brighter future. Let's demand action in Australia. The next reform agreement must fund support for students with disabilities and provide better progress tracking. Inclusive education is a human right, and together we can make it happen. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled Disability Event Brings Together Community Organizations. Join our annual technology fair during Disability Awareness Month. Explore inspiring stories, support services and innovative technologies. Together we break barriers. Stay tuned. Discover a diverse range of organizations supporting this event. We're creating positive change. Share your thoughts. Mark your calendar for next year. Join us raising awareness for disabilities, whether physical, mental, or emotional. You're never alone. Assistance is always available. Share to promote unity. Read the original article linked in the comment section. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled Athlete and Advocate Abigail Adams tells Down syndrome families reach your full potential every day. Meet Abigail Adams, aka the Advocate. She's not just an athlete, but a trailblazer, breaking barriers as the first woman with Down syndrome to conquer a sprint triathlon. Her journey is not just about medals. It's about showing us what's possible when we reach new heights and help one another. Behind her, there's a proud father, Steve, marveling at his daughter's incredible experiences. Abigail's story reminds us that a diagnosis can't limit a child's potential for a full and happy life. The New Hampshire Down Syndrome Association, fueled by stories like Abigail's, raised over $43,000, surpassing their goal. Together, they foster inclusivity and support for families, proving that with determination, we can all shoot for the stars. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled 4 Disabled Journalists on how news outlets support staffers and audience members with disabilities. Journalists with disabilities are breaking barriers. Multimedia reporter Joanna Crawford, who has dyslexia, dyspraxia, and ADHD, uses her unique perspective to create videos that reach millions, making news more accessible to everyone. Let's follow their lead. It's time for newsrooms to embrace diversity and prioritize accessibility, just like platforms such as TikTok and LinkedIn. Together, we can ensure that journalism truly represents and serves all audiences. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled Disability Inclusivity in British Columbia. In a recent survey by Mario Canseco from research company, we've learned that while many British Columbians think Canada is inclusive, it's a different story for those living with disabilities. Sadly, only 46% of them feel satisfied with workplace inclusivity, facing obstacles like improper facilities and negative stereotypes. Let's strive for a more inclusive future. The study also found that 34% of people with disabilities experience discrimination and 22% face difficulties accessing workplaces and schools. Due to inadequate facilities, it's a stark reminder that there's much work to be done to be breaking down these barriers. Let's work together for a more accessible world. Although there's progress in infrastructure, discrimination remains the biggest hurdle. A third of British Columbia with disabilities face systemic and attitudinal barriers. It's time to change this narrative and make sure that everyone can participate fully in society. And today I wanted to highlight an article titled College Life. The number of students with disability accommodations at WSU have risen by 25%, with a focus on invisible disabilities like anxiety and depression, echoing a national trend. Positive Impact Access Centers provide flexible support, likely influenced by the shift to online learning during the pandemic, making higher education more accessible to those with anxiety and depression. Support matters. Let's break the stigma around mental health. Access centers encourage students to seek help at any time, fostering a culture of openness and support. Alright guys, this is the end of the video, but remember, if you like to press that like button and that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. And remember to spread positivity and have a great day. Bye.